I'm ready to roast and read. Oh, I had to take me a break because I've been doing a lot of natal chart readings and I love doing natal chart readings. But first off, I want to shout out all of my womb sisters, all of my people out there that's been holding me down. My womb sisters, look, they are some real black women that's trying to work on themselves, mind, body, and spirit. So if you don't know nothing about the womb school, you need to join the womb school. It's African Center, it's for B1 women. Okay, and I'm just glad to be back live because I'm talking about my favorite subject. I hope all of you guys are doing well. My mods, yes, I see you up in there. I'm waiting for somebody else to come up in the room. Waiting on my Pisces. And if you awaken and you know what's going on, you already know I like to shout out my B1 people. Shout out to you, B1 people. I love y'all. I'm being real extra today with this jewelry. I wanted to give something, you know, a little special. Drop your birthdays and where you're from. I'm actually, like I said, I'm waiting on one more mod. They're Pisces, so you know they may take a little while, child. You know, they just bring it out of me. Pisces just make me want to roast their ass just immediately. And I got a Pisces moon, okay, so let me just say that right now. But I'm waiting on my Pisces mind to come in the room, child. So where he at? I'm gonna go on without already. I love you. I love you. Virgo, I appreciate I probably should have had a Virgo mod and stuff like that. This is a new mod I got, you know, and I was like, let me try him out. And I've been fucking with him for a while, you know, on some health shit and everything. But let's see, Aquarius. What's up, Aquarius? Good morning. You in Las Vegas, somebody else in Vegas. Yes, my Gemini, I love you. I love you, 720. Good. Cancer. Yeah, I'm glad you claim Cancer and not Leo, because sometimes people be trying to claim the other sign. We're going to talk about that too. And you in Atlanta. I love that. If you guys don't know, I'm going to be on Clubhouse tomorrow night doing a special broadcast about who's right for you, dating by the stars. Because if you don't know this science, you gonna be sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going because I can't wait on my Pisces right now, and I'm gonna just go ahead and start with them. I was trying to wait on them, I can't. I said, "What's your name?" in the chat. He told me what his name gonna be, and I told him I was gonna wait on him and see this. Okay, yay! So already Pisces. Let me start with y'all. And first off, I know we all have good qualities and people get real sensitive about this topic. But when we talk about the signs and we talk about these elements, it's so we can see how we all are, our gifts, our strengths, our weaknesses. You know, yeah, the flakery. Somebody said, am I hearing flakery? Yeah. They be like real, they be slow. You know what I mean? And also my mods, Brittany, and anybody else who's in here, we don't deal with any disrespect. People that's asking stupid questions, we not putting people in time out. You gotta go immediately, okay? Like we not doing anything like that. And clearly I'm a Sag. But I've been doing a lot of natal chart readings, and I'm going to be continuing this on a regular basis throughout the season. So if you want to get a natal chart reading, send me an email to artcathy@gmail and put in the subject read me. And so that's for a whole hour session. It's 45 minutes. I usually go to an hour, just depending on, you know, the vibe and stuff like that. I don't like to stop the energy if it's feeling good. So if you want to get a full natal chart reading, we're going to talk about why you do the things you do, who's right for you, and even your strengths and your weaknesses. Oh God, I can't stop myself from roasting the shit out of Pisces right now. And friend, brother, you already know I love you. So we just gonna start there. But the reason I like to start with certain energies is because it's so different from mine. And even though I got a Pisces moon, I be like, sisters, if you out here on the dating scene, brothers, if you out here on the dating scene, and you don't know what your chart is, you really just kind of going along thinking that this is just a game of chance. And it's really not. What's right for you, why you do the things that you do, it's all actually a sacred science to it. It's a sacred geometry. And those people that don't think it's nothing to this, honey, I don't have time to even explain it to you. People that's like, I don't think there's anything to the science. I'm like, do you see the sun? Do you see these four elements? But the same people talking about this shit ain't nothing to it. They talking about they INTJ. You ENTJ. You talking about the Myers-Briggs 4 quadrants. And when I do my natal chart readings, I always start off with the history of what the zodiac even is and where it came from. Psychology, when you're talking about Myers-Briggs and those different quadrants of ENTJ, it comes from the 4 elements of fire, earth, water, and air. So when you're talking about psychology, you're talking about your energies, the nature inside of you. Now, when it comes to your specific natal chart, everybody's got a zodiac sign based on what month you were born in. But there are also different elements and different aspects to who you are that go deeper into explaining your personality type and your temperament, your tendencies, and the whole planetary alignment when you were born. Just because you don't understand that, it's an actual language to this. It's a language to why you're here. And as I said before, why you do the things that you do and who's right for you. Okay. So that's where I like to start there. So when it comes to the zodiac, understanding that they called it the zodiac, but baby, they've been talking about this. Our ancestors knew the elements. They have been studying the stars and astronomy and astrology for centuries. Okay. You know, the Dogon people, this is our stuff. So just because you weren't taught your stuff and they renamed it, flipped it, reversed it, repackaged it, and called it the zodiac, you have to understand this is a study of nature. So we're actually talking about nature itself. When people die, they say ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You return to the earth. Your body is made of 80% water. You are made of these elements, whether you want to acknowledge that or not. So when we're talking about our temperaments and personality types, they are a lot like those elements. So let's get started. Water people. Water people. I love y'all because I got a Pisces moon, so I'm going to drag you. But just like my mom that I was waiting on, I had already texted them and everything in the chat on Facebook. Hey, can you mod me today? What's your name going to be in the chat so I can see you and all of that? Pisces. Why they not here? I was at a store the other day with my Pisces friend, and I'm gone. I get out the truck real fast. I'm go- there he is. Oh my goodness, girl! Finally. Oh my God, they late. It's like something got in the way. Did you get confused? But my point was, I get in the store before my Pisces friend. I'm like, I'm not waiting on you. I'm not waiting. I gotta go. Like they be real. They like to flow with it. If it's too much discipline, they can't do it, which is why they really suffer a lot. And they have to learn strength. They have to learn confidence. They have to learn how to be very disciplined. That does not come easy to Pisces. When it comes to physiological nature, they be lazy, fat, and soft. You're predisposed to be lazy, fat, and soft. We all have predispositions here, okay? We all got them, all right? And if you guys want to set up your reading, if you want to do that, please do so. Send me a message to ArtCathey at Gmail, because I'm doing a lot of readings, and I actually have a reading right after this, but I want to jump in here really quick because I know I'm hitting you hard. I know I'm hitting you hard, Pisces, and you know it's the truth though, but I'm going to get into the good stuff with y'all too. And the thing I do like about talking about this is that we can get some real insight to some shit because we got a ton of gifts, but this world is not made to teach you how great and brilliant you are. It's not. It's made to keep you down in the dumps and making you think that you ain't shit. Okay? And the ones that can stay there, I'm just telling you, with the Pisces, while we're there, this is what they can suffer with. They suffer with depression. They suffer with thinking too much inside their head because they have to learn that they're actually the geniuses. They're brilliant. You're actually the spiritual guru, Pisces. You're the one that is all-knowing. That 3, I'm not a Christian, but they call that number 3 the Christ consciousness, the Trinity. These can be, and it's certain energies that hold this. I call them the Neo and the Matrix. If I've said that to you, it's because you have an energy about you. But these are the real spiritual empaths that we have. And when you incarnate with that level of sensitivity, it can be a struggle to stand in your power. They have to learn how to stand in their power. That's your lesson through life, Pisces, is to stand in your power. Don't second, third, fourth, fifth guess yourself as you always do. Okay? because you already know the answers in your intuition. Same with Cancers. I saw somebody put, 720. What did you say? What's your birthday, baby John? I'm 39. I feel like my life is over. I figured out my childhood and it hurts. I'm now having to play catch up to what I didn't know. Tell me your birthday. And I'm a Sag. Clearly, I said I got real extra with my jewelry. But right now, we are in a period where it's time for us to know. It's time for us to know who we are. We have to stand in our power. And with those water signs, they can be so empathic and so sensitive. And oh, February 27th, that's a beautiful birthday, John Doe. Yeah, you probably sitting on those two cuspers. You're technically Pisces, but you're actually an aqua Pisces. And I'm gonna talk about cuspers. I think it's time because I saw somebody that said 720, and I'm glad that you put Cancer. See, some people that are after the 20th, they'll go ahead and some people would call themselves a Leo. A 720 would call themselves a Leo, and I'm like, no, you're not a Leo, you're a Cancio. Because when you're born after the 20th, if you're a cusper, you sit on both energies. And here's when it gets interesting. You sitting on two polar opposites too. So it's hell. It's hell when you sit on like that type of dynamic. It's up and down and up and down and up and down. And this is what it also means too. When you're certain ones, especially late February, John. I don't know if that's your real name. John, when you are late February, you're actually, that's the Erica Badu, the Nina Simone. When people are late February, I have a business consultant I just started working with, Bill. Bill is brilliant. See, you're sitting on air and water. And air is February, okay? And you got a little splash of pepper of Pisces. You're not fully Pisces in March. So because you're sitting on that, you have brain and perception. You have two polar opposite energies, and air plus water is a walking hurricane, okay? I love Badu music too. But see how Badu and Erica Badu and Nina Simone, they on their own thing. This is not for everybody. It's the black licorice jelly bean. It's oh shit. Somebody a cusp for June 22nd. I fucks with that late June. But that's a breed where they got genius and they got sensitivity and it's a wild ride. Late February, man, I used to run from them. But in business, I fuck with them. And in other things, I fuck with them. But when you haven't evolved yet, you're an evolving Aqua Pisces, right? But on that path, on that rite of passage, is hell. You think this shit is glamorous? Being a god, being a goddess, being a wizard, which is really what you essentially have inside of you. You have all that genius and you've got perception. You've got one that wants to think. You've got one that wants to feel. Think and feel. Think and feel. And February can detach. They detach and you're all over the place. They can be very flighty. It's like, it's so much. But again, that is actually genius trying to find its outlet. So if you feel that your life is over, a lot of the times we can feel like that. It's because we're not walking in our purpose. It's because we're not fully realized in our gift. And it's because we don't have a support system of people that are speaking this truth in life into us. So whoever's around you and they're not resonating, you're actually probably not getting your mental stimulation as well, because February is all about brain and you bore easy. You came into this world sitting on two polar opposite elements that give you a sense of brilliance and genius. But if it's not being nurtured properly, people can't see you. You have to dumb yourself down a lot because you think faster than the average person. You sense faster than the average. It's like this. It's like that. You're always like that. It's a movement inside. I don't know what to hide. Did you say that? I don't know, but I can talk. I want to go. I want to sit. I want to. You're the one of innovation. This is why you said, now I wish if my father was dead, I would feel better. He is a devil. We need to talk. We definitely need to talk, because I wish people death too. What's your dad's birthday? We definitely need to talk about that. And so February people, they have a very angst energy. It can be team too much. Okay, for my people that are cuspers, again, stop claiming that you are the other sign without giving reverence to the month you're in. If you are in July, I just talked to a July fella the other day, and I'm like, July, man, y'all love us. You like me, but you can't take me. July people gonna put your fire out, and they thinking too much, they too sensitive. I said y'all are temperamental as fuck, moody as fuck, and even though you have good dick and you got some good sex, ain't nobody willing to take that ride with you. And again, with late February too, if you're not an evolved one that has done your work and that really has healed in places, you can be a person that's not even acknowledging you needing healing, because February can be super in their head. They just think they know, and they just, they can be hell. If you don't find your brilliance like Nina Simone and Erykah Badu, look at that energy. Okay? Look at that energy. That energy, oh shit, you got, okay, he should have been aborted. You must have had an evil Scorpio too, an evil Scorpio dad. Yeah, that's deep. And you got that dad issue too. You see what I'm saying? So you're in your shadow period late February. You're not standing in the light. And February people, especially when you're on your cusp like that, when you have a hellified cusp like that, and the hellified cusp is people that actually are here that can be the most prolific. And that's why I use Erykah Badu, Nina Simone, people that have brain and perception. They really are very prolific. And if you're not standing in your light, you can be hell. I mean, imagine what that's done for you to have that dad that you hate so much. You hate him. You hate him. There's some people that I goddamn hate too. When you sitting with that, you're not standing in your light. And you hell to be with right now too. It's up and down and all around, regardless of what you think in this moment. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. But we definitely need to talk. If you don't want to pay for a reading, that's you. You want to just stay in your shit forever, and that's fine. If somebody's giving you the path out, we don't need to do that anymore in 2021. I will damn near lay out the herbs, everything. But see, some people are not ready to grow. You have to understand that you're not ready to grow. You're ready to be pissed. You're ready to be angry. Okay, so if you have that type of generational pattern sitting with you and that type of trauma sitting with you that you ain't started to unpack, you're going to feel like your life is over. You're going to feel, you're going to feel it. And who knows what anybody else's experience of you is going to be. It's not going to be pretty. When we're dealing with our shit and we have brilliant energy like late February people, oh my God, like they hell to pay. See, we want to look at Nina Simone and Erykah Badu, and even Rihanna is late February too. We like to praise them and think that that's great, but you don't know who you walking, who's walking off that stage. You don't know what they have to deal with when that person comes off the stage. It's a lot. Look at Nina Simone's documentary, What Happened, Miss Simone. They're predisposed to mental illness. You're predisposed to being misdiagnosed with bipolar, which brings me to late June. I saw a lot of late June birthdays. Late June birthdays, when you are sitting, my mom is June 21st, when you sitting on that air and that water, baby, it is motherfucking hell. You a walking hurricane, just like late February, air and that water. And see, Gemini cancers, they are some that I say they gems and they geniuses. And you have the little piece of perception, which is why I put my money on y'all to being the most prolific. You could really be the most prolific of all, because when you think of somebody that has that amount of genius and brain ability to think, it's an overactive mind for one. And then somebody that can figure things out like that, but you can sense things as well. That's a cold-blooded motherfucker. That's a cold setup. But you haven't learned how to manage it to make it work for you. It's working your ass. You not working it, right? Because that's the wizard. I call the late Junes, they're the wizards. But it's also an emotional roller coaster, because you're not fully Cancer. You're actually Gem Can. Stop saying you Cancer. You are not ruled by the moon. Okay, you still are ruled by Mercury. You have Mercury and the moon, a splash of pepper, like a garnish on top with parsley. That's just how much Cancer you have in you when you're late June. But you have 98% Gemini because you're in the month of June. So stop, dishonoring the month that you're in. Same with Virgo, Libra, Cuspers. So when you're Virgo, Libra, you sit with both. I'm not going to call it the same as, the geniuses and stuff. But what happens with the late September Cusper people, because September is a sign that holds you down, okay? Those signs that hold us down, they ground us, it's the earth, okay? So the earth sign is already there in September, and they are caretakers as well. But when you have Libra, Libra is the air sign, and it's the connector, it's the mediator, the balancer, the scales, and it wants to connect the community. It's a community sign. It's a sign about networks as well. So the way I look at that archetypal existence of late September, this shit is very scientific. You can show up as the nurse that's trying to take care of the whole hospital by yourself. And that can be your brand of crazy. Because if you got you some Virgo friends in September, they some fucking good friends. They gonna help you. They are helpers, they're caretakers. I love a good September man because they want to just see what you need. Girl, go to their house. You got a ready-made family. Good husbands, good wives, okay? Somebody said 9:30. That's good. Hey, I'm gonna sign up for a reading. Yeah, you better sign up for a reading, girl, because I'm getting full. But I like to take my time, and I know they be 45 minutes, but sometimes I go over into an hour, depending on how the spirit moves. But I'm trying to get better about that. And somebody said never give up. I won't, because I'm a Sag. I'll never give it up. You know what I mean? We stand in our brilliance. We appreciate the love. We can do the stage. We can overcome in your face. We can be we can go through shit in your face. You see what I'm saying? We really can, and we will triumph because we are the champions, my friends. That song, boom, boom, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. Doom, 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 doom. We are the champions. Sag is the champions. No time for losers, cause Sag is the champions of the stars. We are the champions, baby. So yeah, I'm never gonna give up. We never gonna quit because we know we are the best. We really are the best. We sit with that. Somebody else asked me about one. Somebody said 525. Gemini, I'm alive. Hey, glory. I love my Gemini people, especially when you are late May Geminis. I have picked what you say. I have never thought of myself as a cusper. I always just don't you just think of yourself as no damn cusper. You are your month. Think about your month. But I saw my Geminis. I'm alive. I have handpicked late June, not late June, but late May men. I love them so much. Geminis just work with us, Sagittarius. We can talk about fucking, sucking, making money. We can talk about kink. We can talk about this. We can talk about travel. Like they can do it all. And because you are late May, you've got a sense about you where not only can you go there, you know what I mean, but you can even build it because May is Earth. So you're earthy Gemini, which is nice because Geminis can be too flighty, but you're the ones that can be as flighty and have all of those amazing ideas, but you can actually have the plan to carry it out. So this is like a really good businessman. I love late May men, because they are about their business. So you're a real hustler. You got a hustler instinct. You know what I'm saying? You want your bread and everything, but you know how to get it, okay? So thank you. Somebody said, I admire you, Sagittarius Sister 1220. Hey, thank you. I'm glad somebody said Aquarium Pisces for late February. I love to call it Aquarium Pisces. That's exactly what it is. If you don't understand that, you are already going in the wrong direction. You have got in a car trying to go to New York, but you going due south when you don't understand. You see what I'm saying? You don't ultimately understand your energy. Would you say that ground has helped you? I'm a therapist for children and family. Oh, Chanel, I think I know you too. Are you in my network, boo? 428.75, not the average. You got damn right, 425. You got our son's birthday. You ain't the average, and I fucks with you. I actually like you. Tell me, Chanel, what's your birthday as well? I like that. She said I'm being read like a book. Brittany, I didn't know you was late May. See, girl, I like you. And late May people, they're the asshole Geminis. See, all of the Geminis, they can be assholes because they don't give a fuck about your feelings. They like to laugh. And even if it's at your expense, they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They like to laugh. But the May Geminis, like they genuinely don't give a fuck because they got that earth about them. So earth is going to be hard. Okay, and Gemini's already detached, like, oh, bitch, you still worried about that? And Earth is a hard Gemini. So these are the Geminis that's got a lot of practicality. So Earth is about facts, analytics. Does it work? They like the receipts. So these are the people that actually, I say they could go in court and, represent themselves and win. They can win. You can consider yourself a Scorpio all you want, but you have to know what's your birthday. Your birthday's 10/24. Okay, so you're a Librio. Sorry. I had a woman on the phone with me the other day. She was talking about she's January 20th. Talking about I'm an Aquarius and that's what I am. She wasn't in a natal chart reading. We was talking about something else or whatever. It was actually an investor that was talking about setting up her payment plan to get her money back and stuff like that. And also, if you are an investor that invests with me and you was like, where the money at? I hear you giving back money. Yes, I'm paying it out of my pocket because that's what bosses do. So spread that around with everybody too. With the whole real estate thing in the Gambia, if you want your money back and you one of the investors that invested and you like, hey, Art, I know things, took a slight turn. I'm paying the investors back out of my motherfucking pocket. So if you want to get in touch with me, if you're one of those investors, send me an email and say, hey, I invested. But she reached out. She was like, cool, sweet lady. We set up a payment plan. She cool, good. But she was like, I said, well, what's your birthday? She said, January 20th. I'm an Aquarius and that is what I am. I'm like, okay. Baby, you really Capricorns. And I could tell she was not one. I ain't touch it because I'm thinking this is not a natal chart reading for one, and this is just to talk about getting your money back for two. And when people not really open, I'm like, oh girl, I'm not trying to fight with you about what fucking nature I already said. Cause for one, you're just proving my fucking point. Cause ain't nobody but an earth sign and a Capricorn at that gonna be so headstrong and solid and not want to move. Hello? At least in February, somebody in the air will be like, maybe that's true. Ha ha ha. Do. They're a lot more flexible with shit. So already, I was knowing she didn't even know who she was. Unfortunately. So when you don't understand where to put your direction, you're starting off wrong. You're trying to go to New York, but you're on your way to Key West, Florida. You're in the wrong direction. January people, late January people, after the 20th, whatever your birthday is, if you're after the 20th, stop claiming your technical sign. You're not, especially when you late December, stop saying you Capricorn. You're a Sagicorn, because we way more flyer than Capricorns, okay, for one. Thank you. January 20th is Capricorn. When you in the month of January, you're Capricorn. I don't care what you say. Your month is your month. That gives you your dominant energy and element. That gives you your element. So a lot of y'all be trying to go into the parties where you're not even welcome. And as I even have an analogy about, you trying to claim only one side of your DNA. You like claiming your mama's side of the family, and you got a whole side of your family that's your daddy's side. That's in the month that you in. You in the month of January, that's your daddy, but you claiming your mama's side of the family only. Like that's the only place you came from. Wrong thing to do, okay? 12-19, you're a real Sag. Hey, I love my Sagittarius so much. So I'm gonna be going into detail about every single sign. I'm gonna be roasting them all. And so join me on Clubhouse at ArtCathey1. I'm gonna be talking about dating by the stars because this year we can attract who we really need. You can have a lot of clarity to just stand and be your motherfucking self. Just like we Sagittarius do. We the champions. I told y'all, I said, shit, if that shit in Gambia don't work out, in my comedy club, I want to pop off. Oh, well, the shit didn't work out. I'm not that chick that's going, we move the fuck on. And see, some of y'all don't know how to stand in your shit, stand in your power, and not apologize for life. You have to see over. You have to have an understanding and an understanding, and you have to overstand the situation and allow people to just say what the fuck they're gonna say, because at the end of the day, everybody's hurting. Everybody wants to be greater than what they are. Everybody is not going to be on your side. We got a lot of haters. We got a lot of jealousy. Baby, I've been dealing with jealousy since I was born. I'm a Sag. I bring the light. So if you stand with the light, you got to understand that's a part of your path. It's going to be people that's like pissed off that you're shining so bright. Why did you need to wear that jewelry with that? That's too much. You should have said it like that. And it's like, you don't understand. You're actually experiencing my energies of fire, and if I switch real fast, that's my Pisces moon. We on something else, and certainly Sag, because Sag is extremely, they work on extremes. So when you're late June and when you have a certain setup of energies, don't let them misdiagnose you either. Girl, I've been called psychopath, I've been called sociopath, I've been called bipolar, and it was a part of my life. I used to believe that shit. It's some of y'all right now, especially late June, y'all done been misdiagnosed with bipolar, ain't you? Because you up and down and up and down. But see, that's brilliance. That's trying to dumb itself down in a world where nobody can really hold your brilliance. That's what it is. And we have allowed people to misdiagnose us and to tell us who we are, and it has nothing to do with who we are. You think that you're your name, where you from, what you studied in college, and all this other shit, and you haven't really started studying your actual nature. Go out and look at nature right now in the elements. You'll find yourself out there before you'll find yourself in a psychologist's office. I'm not saying psychologists are not needed, because we need all facets of healing. I believe in traditional healing with the root workers and the spiritual workers and diviners and priestesses and babalaos. Like, I believe in that. And I believe it's a real earthly understanding of logic and of actual study. There is real, there's a mental breakdown of who we are in psychology. And so I know that we have to use all of those things, but we, on Western society, they don't account for your spiritual. They don't account for the nature inside of you. They don't account for that, especially if you're Black. They're not here to tell you what type of gifts you really sit with, because you've been told that you're supposed to go to school, get a job, and be a lot of those different career paths, and that has nothing to do with your actual gift. So some of us are in our gift by default. Some of us are not even nowhere near using our gifts, and that's what the struggle is as well, because we don't know how to use that power, how to use that energy, and that energy is kicking our ass. People in February, people in June, people in October, these are people that are connectors. They're air. They're always moving around. They don't know how to ground themselves. And they can be tragic. They can be very tragic people, and they can be dark people. I talked to somebody about their darkness, late October people. Even though you are technically Scorpio, you sit with a darkness still, and Libran can be very dark. You absolutely, I mean, I think somebody can be spiritual and religious, but you have to know how to make your knowledge work for you and not get too caught up in the specifics. You have to know what you're here to do, how to do it, and where you're going, and who's right for you to help you accomplish that. Those are our main things we need to worry about. And as Africans, there are different, levels to us. We have the spirit realm, we have the ancestral realm, and we have the actual natural realm. So for us, we're just like, okay, we don't know those things, and we haven't been taught those things. So that's why I have to bring it to you and say, this is who you really are. Okay. Like, we have to really understand how we operate. All right. So when I go into depth about all of this on Clubhouse, you're going to be able to ask questions. I'm only going to do it for an hour because I love talking about the love zodiac, the black zodiac, who's good in the bedroom. She said, what's a good match for Sag 1219? A good match for Sag, for us, think about fire and what elements are good with fire. Air is great with fire. Fire is good with fire. The ones that don't really work with us as well is water and earth. They can work for certain things, but there can be some challenges. So it looks at your full natal chart too. When I go into compatibility, we need to look at your full natal chart. But for me personally, as a Sag woman, I go up for other Sag men. They get like a virtual blowjob from me. Just, if you a Sag man, I'm giving you a virtual blowjob right now. Cause I just love you. I love you. We the same. We come with our shit. We be like, okay, your shit is my shit. I get it. Come on, let's play these cards. Let's, cuss. You know what I mean? Let's talk shit, swallow spit. Me and Sag men, we just have a natural thing going on. Like, I fuck with them. Their energy, they're amazing, dynamic men, well traveled, well read. You know what I mean? Like, they're intense. They're powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're very powerful men. So I love a good Sag man, and I run the fuck away from November. You don't do nothing in November, sis. Don't do November unless it's for business or friendship. My November Scorpio girlfriends, yes, I love them so much because they loyal to the death. But November men for us, they take down our light. They're like womp womp. They're not as giving. I'm not saying they don't give, but they have to test you. Sagittarius, Leos, Aries, Gemini, certain energies, they just come giving it. Like, ain't nobody got time to be going through your damn test, Scorpio, man, and you sitting in the back telling me that I'm doing too much, and they don't speak our love language. Our love language is words of affirmation and usually physical touch. Now, they all in a physical touch, most Scorpios, because they want to fuck. But the words of affirmation, they not the cheerleaders. Nope. They don't naturally stroke your ego. They're here to help you ground yourself and stabilize. Okay, so whereas we want to shine, You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't give us the shine. They actually extinguish our fire when we're doing too much. So when I'm down and out and I'm fucked up and I need somebody to say, look, you know, sit me down. Tell me what's in the deep, the depth, the ugly shit I got going on. I go to my Scorpio friends like I did last night with my real good friend. Shout out to you, Tiff. Love my Scorpio friends for my deep, dark secrets. Girl, you better call them when you need to tell somebody where the bodies are buried. Call your Scorpio friends. They won't tell a soul, but you better not, you better not tell a goddamn fire sign. They may tell, they may say something. You damn sure don't want to tell an air sign. They may tell you shit. Okay? But Scorpio, they keeping it in. They ain't saying it anyway. Leo men, you know, yeah, I live for them. Always have an emergency spending account with a Leo man or a Leo woman because they like to spend. They are the biggest givers ever. They're ruled by the sun. So they're big. That's why I love them so much. They're the only people that can kind of share the stage with me. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't eclipse them. If I have a dream, they're like, look, let's keep going. I want to own a movie theater. Hell, baby, let's own two. That's Leos. Like, they fuck with bigness because, again, when you're ruled by the sun, they have the natural powers of manifestation, meaning the sun gives us what we need. They give us the fruits and vegetables. They power us up. So it's about manifestation, okay? And it's about, yes, I can. Leo says, yes, we can, because yes, we can, right? It brings the light. Yeah, she said, stop births with Scorpio. You know y'all be doing too much. And they tell us that we doing too much. Scorpio will say, well, I know you want to own 2 movie theaters, but do you really want to own it this year? But that's good. We need that. No sign is better than the other. We all need each other. That's why we have to talk about it like this. You'll need certain things at certain times. We have all of these signs actually inside of us, but we just have to see how they show up and in what areas. My Jupiter is in Scorpio. Jupiter in Scorpio means your future path and what will make you more abundant, because Jupiter is the planet of abundance, okay? And so when you look at that, it's telling you what you're going to be doing in your future. So my Jupiter in Scorpio meant that I'm going to be helping people through strong transitions in life because I've gone through my own. I'm going to help you get through the dark shit. We're going to use all forms of healing, even metaphysics, sexuality, spirituality, and even herbalism, okay, to heal the deep forms of healing. So my Jupiter is in Scorpio as far as my path, my destiny, my work that I'm here to do and complete. Oh, Stacy, that's my birthday twin. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh my God, that would be so great. You can cash at me. It's $100 for 45 minutes and usually goes over to an hour, but that's how much I'm offering it only this season for a reading, because those prices are going to definitely go up because we go into so many aspects of that reading. And another thing, y'all, 2021, being a business owner is important, but it's also important to stand in your power and not apologize for asking for your due. You see what I'm saying? You have to ask for your worth. You have to know your worth. You better know your worth, honey. Libra, let me tell you something. With knowing your worth, I'm not saying y'all don't, but y'all can be on a balance with shit. Pisces, as business owners, when they first start out, they apologize and they don't know how much to charge. A Leo, like, you ain't charging enough. I worked with a Leo woman a few years ago. My readings were $250 when she was, you know what I mean, working with me. Like, you see what I'm saying? So we need to go in the spirit of knowing our worth and not apologizing for it, because we're in a world, especially if you a nigga, you've been told to bow your head and not do too much and think lowly of yourself. See, for me, that's not even going to vibrate with my spirit. When I was an employee and when I didn't understand my power, I was in my more Piscean period, in my Pisces moon, scared, afraid, letting people bully me around, not being clear, but knowing everything, but still not being clear, like that type of shit. But see, when you get beat down enough by life and enough managers start fucking with you and you got enough jobs that's trying to, you know, fuck with your money and shit like that on that corporate level, and the racism, you can't stand it anymore. My Sag realized I can't do this. I'm actually a boss myself. And I've got the creativity to do anything I want. That's my Pisces. Pisces is creative as fuck. We dream. And Sag is like, oh, absolutely, yes, we can. We think in big numbers. Making $10,000 a month, it's like, okay, yeah, that's just a number. Do you understand me? So when you talk about dating a certain sign, you better know who you dating, because you could be coming up on a king and you bringing your scary energy, acting like they doing too much. That shit. I was born and raised in Birmingham. Birmingham is the place of the nigga that's apologizing a lot too. They apologize. They not standing in their power in the South. Oh, please. No way. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we already kind of fucked up, black people. We got a unique makeup of why we are as traumatized as we are. So we are already being told to dim your light down, don't do too much. You see what I'm saying? Don't do too much, and especially with niggas, be humble. No, see, the humility and being inferior and carrying yourself like you're inferior and you're confused is two different things. Certain signs embody that. That's why I said, y'all, Pisceans that are unevolved Pisces, something about y'all, and especially Cancers, don't roll. I know you love us. If you're trying to date a woman that's a powerful Sag because you love how she's shining and she's fun, if you're not in your power and you're a powerful Pisces man, don't come up and roll up on her. Cause she's gonna end up intimidating you, and you're gonna think she's doing too much, and you're not gonna have the power and alpha or even gamma male energy that she really needs. She's gonna end up, leading you because Pisces be needing leadership. So that's why y'all need to get with y'all Earth women and shit like that. But for fire women, we will end up trampling your ass, especially if you, like I said, for water man, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, this will trample you. This will trample you. This will completely trample you. And the only type of Pisces that you should even be dealing with as a Sag, if you're going to deal, it better be a February man because he's got way more Aquarian in him. And that's way more harmonious for your fire than all the way water and March, who's man. If they ain't flipped and told you, if they ain't flipped into that, you know what I mean, motherfucker that can fight, because remember, Pisces is two fish, one swimming upstream and downstream. So they have that duality. They can flip, they can be crying, or they can be fight, crying or fight. So you have to push them to that fight, though. They rarely get to that fight, but I'm not saying it's not there. So yeah, we don't have no business messing with anything in July, November, or March. And so if you do a Pisces, it better be a February one, and he needs to be evolved, and a grounded February one that's fully evolved, where you're going to have a John Doe in here. Girl, that's a fool, girl. It's a ride that you do not want to be on. You be like, okay. Because the brilliance ain't found its way into the earth yet. You ain't found the outlet for it yet. You ain't gave us no music, no movies, no, it's just all of that trapped inside waiting to make somebody go through hell. Like, we don't have time for that. Like, I love y'all and everything, but late February, if you're not evolved, you going to put somebody on that ride and they going to throw up. They don't want it. I think somebody said Scorpio. Yeah, I talked about my Scorpio women already, but let me get out of here. I actually do have, let me see what time I got. Oh, I want to mention one thing too. If you want to talk about the teeth, the dental tourism, I have us going to Paradise, girl. So send me an email, ArtCathey@gmail. Let me make sure my time is good. Okay, shit, ArtCathey@gmail. I actually got 4 minutes until my health consultation and reading. So send me an email, ArtCathey@gmail, if you want to go to this island and get your teeth done. We're not doing Gambia no more, okay? So I found a whole nother situation where the flights are cheaper. The flights are $500 on average round trip. It's a short flight, and you can get bridges, crowns, veneers, all of that, $20, $40, and still save about 85% on your dental costs. Because in America, they raping people for the dental expenses and shit like that. 1 tooth fee costing $1,000 and $300. Anybody got time for that? Okay, so we're going to be doing a live session, and I'm just letting the class fill up for that. So send me an email so you can be added to the live session. I'm going to be sending a private invite. For Womb School members, it's free for y'all, okay? And so it's $25 if you want to join that live session, because we're going to have a lot of different sessions, and they're talking about the dental procedures itself. And even in that group, I'm going to be doing a couple of videos and adding information. So it's going to be an active group. Okay, so if you want to cash up the 25 and say, save me a spot for that, I'm only taking a few people for this dental spa retreat. All right, it's only a couple of people that I'm taking. It's not going to be a ton of people that I'm putting on this network anyway. All right, in this country, y'all going to be like, damn, are you right? I don't know why. I'm just glad the spirit brought me this country. And when I tell y'all what country it is, I ain't telling y'all ass right now. I'm saving that for the goddamn broadcast. Yes. When I tell y'all gonna be like, that makes so much sense, Art. You gonna love it. And it's fucking real paradise, not inside of a trash can dump like the Gambia. Why would you want to spend at least $2,000 and travel 23 hours somewhere where it's going to be gross, it's going to be nasty, and your living accommodations is not going to really be in paradise at all. We're not doing the Gambia. So I'm going to actually take y'all to paradise, and we're going to be going there a lot. You know, I plan to do a full tour because I have 2 countries that have these types of qualifications that they've met for me. And so for the live session for the dental tourism and for the dental spa retreat, I'm going to be going over the actual procedures, how much they are, and I'll even, talk about the dentists themselves and the practice that we're going to be using. So it's a lot of valuable information, and every motherfucker that say they want to come in there, they ain't welcome, okay? You have to make motherfuckers pay at the door, and don't apologize and for charging a fee. It's like, see, y'all, no, I would never get this for free, and I would never let people know where we're going for this. Exactly. Yeah, honey, it looks like the inside of a trash can. It does. And here, the entire Africa ain't it. I know, right? Like, girl, I tried. I'm that woman that'll try with you. Like, I will try with you. It was like I was dating a guy named Gambia, and I'll push you up. I'll push you up, lift you up, and you feel good at first. But after the relationship, you start noticing the shit, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm out. I don't have to sit there and just kind of, brush my words and, be nice about it. No, I'm going to tell you what the fuck is going on. They're selling kids for sex, and everybody's watching, and people are too stupid to say anything because their mamas and their daddies and their uncles and generations of them have been touched as well. The end. It ain't nothing else to say. And all these other motherfuckers that's there ain't talking about it. They ain't trying to fuck up their YouTube coin, and they don't want to be they don't want people to come after them and be mad at them. I don't care nobody that's mad at me. I'm a fucking sag for real. I don't give a fuck. Okay? So anyway, that and Clubhouse, I told y'all about Clubhouse. Those are the main 2 orders of business I want to make sure I got done. But Clubhouse is going to be lit tomorrow, 7 p.m. I'm doing an Eastern Standard Time, okay? So I'm going to be talking about dating by the stars. It's a full hour. And if you want to get a full natal chart reading, or if you want a health and wellness consultation, you can do that as well. I got my late February Pisces I'm working with. He's awesome. He's been working with some of the best people you've seen whose brands are skyrocketing right now. So I'm so grateful to be working with him. He's a referral from a friend, and Spirit also sent him to me as well. So you'll be actually able to talk to him in my Clubhouse chat too about starting your online business and making a lawyer salary from your bed. Because right now the COVID pandemic has actually statistically hit women the worst, okay? And hit everybody, of course. Everybody needs to find that extra stream of income, but it's actually a wonderful opportunity to be making the most money you've ever made. And so some of us are in that wave and some of us are not. So Bill is going to be talking about that too. He's going to be talking about how to start your online business, how to start your brand, how to build your brand, how to really make money online. Like, I want to take it from the beginner level, and it's going to be people that are even in the intermediate level in business that can get some out of those conversations too on Clubhouse. So if you follow me on Clubhouse at ArtCathey1, I'm going to have the dating by the stars. I'm also going to be talking about the dental tourism in more detail on a regular basis too. I'm going to be talking about losing weight, fasting, herbs, how to dissolve fibroids. If you guys don't have these 2 books, are what you need to have. My book, An Intro to Breaking Soul Ties and Womb Cleansing, in chapter 5, like, we really go into how to dissolve fibroids themselves. Oh my goodness. And I go into the full gamut. We even have vaginal douches, natural vaginal douches, all of the womb healing procedures and techniques. I have that in here. And the Divine Fiat, you guys need to go to houseofimhotep.com. The Divine Fiat is a real history of Black herbalism, like the root workers, what they did, the health and wellness, like the African Americans and the indigenous. So I talked about Marie Laveau. He goes into detail about that, and all of our root workers and shaman throughout history. He goes into all of the different types of herbs. He has stinging nettle. I love stinging nettle, just off rip. And he's got the turmeric. You'll have a full breakdown of what each herb is. I actually have some turmeric right here. If you have inflammation, like, turmeric is one of those cure-alls for inflammation. Inflammation deals with your skin. Inflammation deals with your insides. Inflammation deals with cancer. Inflammation is a cause to all of our diseases. Mucus, okay? So he talks about turmeric. He says it's used for Alzheimer's disease, eczema pain, especially in the joints. This is a joint formula. You can go to houseofimhotep.com, promo code RDA for a discount. But this is a turmeric plus, a joint formula, and he has a lot of different combos, but he said it's going to be used for tendonitis, tumors, bursitis, diabetes, heart attacks, indigestion, gallstones, jaundice, and halitosis. Like, that's just one thing. That's how good herbs are, okay? So go to the Divine Fiat. If you want like a quick reference of herbs, you got to go to houseofimhotep.com. He's got it there. Kwame Bun, I love you. This is my Virgo. I love you, Virgo. I reached out to him 2017. I was starting the womb school. I said, I need a herbalist. I need a herbalist. And he was like, cool. I said, you know what? If you want to stick with me, I'm going to take us to the top. And ever since then, it's been such a extremely lucrative and beneficial business relationship and partnership. So I love you, Kwame. I love this book. And I love what you've been able to bring to us. On that note, if you are someone that has womb products, if you've got the washes, we've got a lot of those products nowadays. If you want to partner with me and you feel like you have products that could really be good for an affiliate partnership and a promo code where I can get the, you know what I mean, the discount and stuff like that, people can get a discount and we can do a profit sharing, let me know. I don't want to know if you got a product you're going to put on and you don't have like a promo code. Have a promo code affiliate program. I want to do business with people that have an affiliate program, meaning you can set up a promo code and we can track it. That's the only type of partnerships I want. So if you know somebody in the womb healing, womb wellness product space that has the washes, the V steams, and all of that, because we have the yoni steam herbs like calendula, we actually have spearmint, and a couple of other herbs that you can use for a yoni steam on House of Imhotep. But if you already have the washes, the steams already prepackaged, and you're looking for a partner, you know, for vaginal health, that type of thing, like, hit me up, let me know what's going on. I don't need any more sea moss people because you know I'm already good with Jeff, plant-based Jeff. Sea moss will get you your shit together, okay? So go to plantbasedjeff.com if you want to learn how to transition into plant-based eating. This is day 3 of my strict no meat, no sugar detox, and I feel amazing. I feel really good. I like the way I feel. I like the way I look. So join me on Clubhouse tomorrow night, Wednesday, 7 p.m. If you want a reading, reach out to me. Thank you for the Cash App offers. I really appreciate that, to my brothers, and I appreciate that. I appreciate all. I know, like, they only have it on Apple. It's only on Apple. Clubhouse is only on Apple, only on iPhone. And I'm going to be on that thing. So if y'all have any questions for me, make sure you send me a message. And if you want to learn more about the dental tourism and the dental spa retreat, thank you, my Leo. My Leo sister gave me that. She was like, yeah, I'm calling about the dental spa retreat. I said, that's what it is. It's the dental spa retreat. Thank you, Leo. She saw the vision. See, I fuck with Leos, Lord. Love y'all. Okay, let me get out of here. He called, my client just called, and I gotta run. Talk to you guys soon.